What is up? This is CyberDen, episode 2. I am DN2777S,
This is Cyberkiller.
and we made it to episode 2, surprisingly. It's not on time, but we made it.
We made it. It's happening.
It's Friday,
Yes.
and we did some homework for this episode with Breaking Bad and Arrow. But first, we gotta talk GTA. We found a brand new mission we didn't know about. It's, what was it called?
Coveted.
Coveted.
You can start it right under. You just hit start menu, jobs. You can start right under there. He's out 12 grand. Takes about what 3 minutes to complete. And you can repeat it. And it's repeatable.
And yeah, and you can. Did you do it by yourself?
Yeah, you can sell it. Yeah.
I never did it by myself.
It takes a little bit longer, but.
Well, we basically have the entire routine down.
Oh yeah.
All you need is a sniper rifle. That's all you need, and then a machine gun for the pilot.
Start off, shoot all the guys, get the helicopter, and just pick up the crate and take it over.
Yeah, and you pretty much have to pick up the crate first try though. If not, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You will get killed.
It's a pain in the ass trying to get it if you don't get the first try.
Yes, it is. But yeah, 12 grand. How many points do we get? Like 2,000?
Yeah, I think it was not a whole lot. I think it's about 2,000. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And the higher up you go, like we did hard, we got more. It was like 3 grand,
yeah.
3,000.
You get 50% more, so you got 3 grand. But yeah, the money's where it's at. I mean, we made what, like 100-some thousand? Like
I know. I made 60 last night. We played it for half an hour.
Yeah. So it's definitely easy to make money in GTA Online now.
And only do it if it's 2 people in a party. Because if you have a retard running around, we had that one guy.
He was an idiot. He took the helicopter. He didn't pick up the crate. He just flew away.
He just flew away. He's never to be seen again.
Just pick up the crate and deliver it.
Or you could just push him down the hill, which is fun as well.
Run him over.
I fell down the hill for like 10 minutes straight.
It's a huge
the first time we played.
Yeah.
You kind of have to get the hang of that. But yeah, very easy mission. Anything else?
The patch was delayed that they said this week. Now they're saying early next week, and the money we're supposed to get is supposed to happen sometime after that. So no patch this week.
Yeah, we were counting on that for this podcast, and we never got it.
I wanted to see everything that they fixed, and they'll was it 1.05 patch.
Yeah, so I don't know. Next week, I guess, and the money will probably come out like in 2 years if they're gonna.
Yeah, the way it's been going, it might be a couple of weeks yet for the money.
Yeah, I would say it's probably end of November that we're gonna get the money. No later than that. But yeah, they said they have to fix all the saving because they don't want us losing 500 grand.
Yeah, they don't want to give everybody the money and have half the people lose it because the game doesn't work right. So yeah, they're trying to get everything fixed up, but we'll see what happens in the next batch.
So yeah, I really didn't have any problems with the money this week. I remember last week I was complaining about losing money. Not really this week.
No, this week was pretty good for me too. I didn't have any save issues.
Which is rare. You're the one who always has to save issues.
Yeah, I've had some bad ones.
I lost 25 grand on a save issue.
I lost like 80 grand that time.
And you have what, like 1.4 million?
Yeah, I'm up to 1.
You need to spend that.
Well,
you haven't bought anything.
I haven't bought anything yet. I'm waiting. I don't know. I bought a bunch of guns.
Yeah.
I buy guns and ammo. That's about it.
I have the best apartment, which is 400 grand. I bought the Banshee, which is a very nice car. I bought a motorcycle and I bought a Camaro, but I don't know what it's called in the game. Do you remember?
Oh no.
It's a Camaro in real life.
Yeah, it's Camaro lookalike.
But yeah, and all those are custom painted and everything. So I bought 3 cars. 2 cars randomly showed up in my garage. You remember that?
Yep.
2 little like SUVs.
Are they still there?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell them.
Okay.
I can probably get 10 grand for both of those, because they're not gonna sell for much.
Yeah.
Probably not even that. I know I promised a Star Wars update, and I said it was a rumor, which it was. It never happened, but they did come out with some pretty good news. Harrison Ford signed on for all 3.
Okay.
Because I remember I said before he wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't gonna do it until he found out the story arc and if he liked it.
Okay. Well, he's so old now. How old is Harrison Ford? Isn't he like 70 years old?
I think he's 71.
Wow.
Well, he's doing. They also announced Indiana Jones 5.
Really?
For 2016.
Wow.
Which, I mean, that's 3 years from now. He'll be 74. doing
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. One for the Star Wars too. When are they coming out?
15, 17, 19.
Yeah, like yeah, he'll be 80 years old by then.
Well, no, I think they're going to be 3 years apart. So it'll be 15, 18, 21.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he'll be like almost 80 by the time the third one comes out.
Yeah. He'll still be alive.
And then who knows what they're going to do after that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll make another trilogy. But I actually read something today. It was like an online poll. It was, what do you think of the new Star Wars film? The first one was, I'm scared for it. I think it's gonna suck. It should not be made. And then there was a second one that said, we have to wait till to see the movie. I'm a little scared about it. The third one said, I believe J.J. Abrams is strong with the Force.
Wow.
And 50% voted for the first one, saying it should not be made.
Really? That much?
Yeah, because
Wow.
if it screws up, just imagine what the backlash is going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some good Star Wars news.
So, well, how do you feel about there being no rumor? I thought you said that was a tradition that.
Yeah, well, there's always next year.
Okay.
And
Do you think they've already broken with tradition without because they didn't release a rumor?
Well, another thing was that was the 1 year anniversary of when they bought the Star Wars rights.
Okay.
So you'd think they would have done something.
Yeah.
And there's always next year for tradition. I think they'll do it next year. Definitely, they'll release a trailer. I think next year will be the first trailer.
Okay.
October 30th,
First trailer.
2014.
Okay.
That's tradition right there. And they did release Star Wars bloopers, which I have not seen yet, for the first one.
Yeah, I saw that too. Apparently, they found like a laser disc sitting in a warehouse somewhere with like unseen footage on it. Yeah, I heard about that.
I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it
I'll
either.
watch it tonight, probably. So yeah, no, just a rumor. But we did get some news out of it. Though.
Yeah.
We got the bloopers. We got Harrison Ford for all three.
Yeah, so it wasn't a bad week.
So the homework was I watched the pilot of Breaking Bad and he watched the pilot of Arrow.
Yes.
I'm dying to know what you thought of Arrow.
It was good. I did like it. Well, I told you last week one of my favorite shows is Lost.
Yeah.
And they mentioned Lost within like the first 15 minutes of the first episode of Arrow, which I thought was pretty cool.
How'd they mention it?
When he came.
Oh yeah,
when
yeah.
he came back,
yeah,
he was like, apparently all the people were dead on Lost.
Tommy,
yeah. Yes. So that was pretty cool. But no, yeah, I've only seen the first episode so far. But yeah, I thought it was pretty good. It's off to a good start. I'm gonna keep watching it.
And like I said, it gets better throughout the season. First, I didn't like the pilot when I saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't, but I kept on with it. And around like episode maybe 8, something, it starts to pick up.
Okay.
And I said, look for Felicity, the computer analyst. She's pretty hot.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically just the season finale is really good.
Okay.
The last 2 episodes are the best. And episode 14, I remember, was...
Well, you said last week, what is it? You said the first 5 episodes are kind of slow.
Yeah.
And then, so after the 5th episode, I can expect it to pick up pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. And the second season's been really good so far.
Cool.
I watched the new one today. I was, like, mesmerized. A character comes back from the dead. I'll just give you that little hint.
Okay.
So, so you're all gonna watch it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, I've only gotten through the first episode yet, but yeah, I'm gonna pick up here. I watch it on Netflix, so watch just a couple more episodes probably by next week. We'll discuss it.
Okay. And I'll probably not follow up on Breaking Bad because I'm just gonna wait for the complete series set, which is coming out in November, 23rd. You said?
I think it's November 23rd.
Okay. So I'm just gonna wait for that. Then I'll just watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
Because I'm definitely gonna get the set.
So give us your opinions on the first episode, though.
I thought it was awesome.
I told you, man. Even the first episode of that show.
Like I said, I never seen it, and I really liked it. I actually enjoyed it. Maybe I'll go through the first season because I'll probably get through the first season by November.
Yeah.
So I probably will follow up on it. And yeah, I did have one question though.
Sure.
Was that show censored? Because it had the girl was topless, completely topless, she was out the window. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
and they were swearing like crazy. Did that actually air on AMC?
I don't know because I didn't actually start watching Breaking Bad until like this year. I
Okay,
didn't start watching it until season 5 was already out. So everything I saw was off of Netflix.
okay.
And yeah, it's not censored on Netflix, so I highly doubt it. I mean, they might have just blurred it out.
Or
Probably
maybe they just added some scenes.
they could have.
Cause
The swearing and everything that is on AMC.
okay, cause
All
I
that's on
know
there.
they do. They're not very strict with like swearing and stuff, but she was
Yeah.
completely topless. Like you
Oh
saw
yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah. That I don't know if they actually showed that or yeah if they maybe just blurred it out.
Because I was surprised by that.
Yeah,
I'm like, wow, they seriously just showed that on TV.
yeah,
But I watched it on Netflix, so I would think they blurred it out, or they just didn't include that part.
yeah. The way Vince is, I would say that they probably just blurred it out. I don't think he would add scenes like to the DVD.
Okay. And Vince is the creator.
Yeah, Vince
Okay.
Gilligan.
Well, I thought, I forget his name. Who plays Walter? I can't remember his name. Bryan Cranston.
Yes.
I thought he was really
Or
good.
we can call him Hal.
Hal.
Hal
Yeah, there
from
you go.
Malcolm in the
Yeah,
Middle.
I can never. We were talking about last week how they're defined by their characters. He will forever be Hal.
Oh yeah. And well, he's one of those actors though that he actually broke out of it
Yeah,
because he went from always being that to now he's always gonna be Walter White.
yeah, that's rare.
And most actors can't do that. Yeah, most
Yeah,
actors they are known for one role, but he's done it twice now.
yeah. I think he's a really good actor. Did he win like an award for that? Because he should have.
He got like 8 or 9 Emmys throughout the
Okay.
5 seasons.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had to.
Yeah, and pretty much everyone on that show got at least one Emmy.
And something you told me I didn't know was the person that plays his son is actually retarded. And I didn't know that until you told me.
I didn't even know until after the season finale. They had like a talk show with all the actors on it, and the Walt Jr. comes out, and yeah, apparently the person that plays him is mentally retarded, like in real life.
Yeah.
And he has like I don't know what disease that is or what he has.
Yeah. I
With the
couldn't.
limp and everything like that. I mean, he's slow and he has trouble walking and everything. But he's just like that in real life. I didn't know that. I thought he was, just a regular guy that played that way on the show.
Well, we were saying before, you have to be really talented to have a disease like that, to be mental and actually be able to act.
Oh, it's amazing.
Because normal people can't even act sometimes.
Yeah, and he is such a great actor. He did such a good job on the show. Yeah, it's
Like,
amazing.
If you see some of those sci-fi TV movies,
Oh, they're
that has
terrible.
I know, like he beats them any day. And
Oh,
look
yeah.
at him, he's
Yeah.
he's handicapped.
Yeah,
So props to him for actually being able to do that.
definitely. Yeah.
So yeah, Breaking Bad, I would say it's very good. I'll definitely follow up on it, and I'll probably get the complete series. It's very nice looking. And
Oh, apparently, well, I found out just today. I was reading something after you were talking to me about it earlier. There's rumors that they're going to release an alternate ending for Breaking Bad with the DVD set.
that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm interested in seeing what the alternate ending would be.
I did see the ending on YouTube. I like series finales, so I did kind of spoil it. It's kind of obvious he dies.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of know that watching the first episode.
Yeah,
Like, he dies.
yeah.
That's how it has to.
And I thought it was really good. It had the music playing, just like I think it does it pan in or pan out of his face. I can't remember. I think it pans out.
It pans out, I believe. Yeah, it's been a little while since I've seen it.
Yeah. So yeah, I really liked the series finale. I thought it was powerful. And I like alternate endings, so I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing what the alternate ending would have been.
Now all we need is a alternate ending to Return of the Jedi. I didn't like the ending to Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like the Ewok celebration. Well, here's a little fun fact.
Ewoks, man.
I didn't like the Ewoks. They ruined the movie. It's like Jar Jar. They took up half the movie.
Oh yeah.
Return of the Jedi. The first half is amazing.
Jar Jar is terrible.
Yeah. But here's a little fun fact for you. The original ending to Return of the Jedi. Do you remember the ending?
Honestly, I don't know. Tell us the ending real quick.
All right. The real ending, obviously has the unmasking of Darth Vader.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they go. Luke burns the body of Darth Vader, so he can forever be remembered as Anakin Skywalker, not Darth Vader.
Okay.
And then he goes to the Ewok celebration. He meets up with Leia, Han, Wedge, Lando, pretty much the entire rebellion that survived. And they have this like musical number with the Ewoks dancing around.
That I remember. Yes. Yeah.
And they see the Force ghost of Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin.
Yeah.
And 2004 version, you saw Hayden Christensen, not the original Anakin, which is very
really?
controversial. You've never seen that?
I've never seen that. No.
I'll pull up a picture right now for you to see it.
No, I was not aware of that. I've only ever seen like the original. Like I never saw like the remastered. What is it? The remastered one that they did?
Yeah, the 6,000 changes. But yeah, originally Sebastian Shaw was the actor who played.
Yeah.
He was under the makeup and he did the Force Ghost.
Okay.
And so yeah, there's the picture.
Oh well, that's retarded.
Yeah, isn't that terrible?
Yeah. Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Because he's not even in the movie. Like, it's not his thing, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Well,
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, George Lucas, the master
Here we
of
go.
yeah, I know, the master of excuses.
Yeah.
I like George Lucas, but his decisions.
What was his reasoning for spending the time and money to do that?
Well, he said.
Because you know that took time and money to do that.
Oh yeah. Well, he said it's because it's the last time Anakin was good. Actually, that's wrong. The last time he was good was when he threw the freaking Emperor.
Yeah.
That's the last time he was good.
Yeah.
So he was completely wrong when he said that was the last time Anakin was a good person.
Well, yeah.
It's not the last time he was a good person. The last time he was a good person was an hour earlier when he killed the Emperor to save Luke.
Yeah.
So there was no point in doing that at all.
No. And it doesn't make sense because then you're watching the whole movie and you see one actor and then you get to the end and you see like him.
Well, the saga is meant to be seen as one 12-hour movie.
Yeah, but I mean,
He did it for continuity wise. And it's not good continuity anyway because that's not the last time he was good.
yeah, really. But yeah, you should have just left it as is.
But yeah, that's the original ending, the whole happy celebration. And they also added in the 2004 one, they added different planets celebrating, which is good as well. So you could see the entire galaxy celebrating with them.
Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
The original 1983 ending, which I like a lot more, was he burnt the body, and then Luke walked off into the distance alone. And there was going to be like a musical number in the background. That's how it ends. It's just him walking off in the distance, and you not knowing what's next for him. I prefer that one.
Yeah.
I prefer a more depressing ending. I think that was a more powerful ending.
Well, yeah, definitely. It has a lot more meaning to it.
Yeah, than just a bunch of Ewoks running around.
Dancing and laughing.
Yeah, singing Yub Yub.
Yeah.
They changed that song in the 2004 one as well.
Oh, really?
They changed it to an instrumental,
Okay.
which kind of it was better as well.
Yeah.
I didn't really like Yub Yub. Yeah, I like the original '83 ending. I'd like to see that actually. I think it'd be pretty cool to see because evidently they filmed it.
I was gonna say, did they ever show the film with that ending?
No.
Okay.
The Blu-ray I have does have deleted scenes,
Oh.
which has a really cool deleted scene in the beginning, but it does not have the alternate.
Okay.
Like it probably wasn't even edited or anything. They probably just threw it out immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how the original script was, and I like that ending better. So yeah, what were we talking about before that? How did we get into Star Wars?
I don't know. We got a little sidetracked.
I know we did. We were talking about the Breaking Bad DVD with the alternate ending.
Yeah, that's what brought it up. So yeah, I found that out today. So I'm looking forward to the Breaking Bad alternate ending. We'll see what's up with that because he has to die either way. So I just want to see how he dies. You know, how other.
Well, maybe he doesn't die in this one.
Well, he has to. I think maybe it's more depressing. Maybe he dies in a more depressing way. Maybe he doesn't.
I like depressing endings.
Maybe he doesn't get his way because the ending that happened, everything went his way. He got everything he wanted, and then he died with a smile on his face. So maybe the other one's a little bit more sad. And
well, what was his goal throughout the entire series? Like, how did he get his way? Like, why did he get his way?
He basically just wanted to live. He wanted to experience life before he died, and he wanted to make a bunch of money.
Okay.
And what was it? He made like $70-80 million.
Really? He knew that
Yeah,
much?
yeah.
Wow.
And then he wanted to leave the money to his kids.
Okay. Well, his wife was pregnant in the pilot. You eventually got to see the baby being
Yeah,
born.
yeah,
And she would have been like, what, 5? How many seasons were there? 6?
yeah. It's basically 5 seasons. The fifth season was split up over like a year and a half. It was kind
Okay.
of weird. It was like a
That's what The Sopranos did. So technically it was like 6 seasons.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it was basically 6 seasons. They call it five, but it was 6 seasons.
Yeah.
But the whole story only goes for like I think 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, because we start out he's 50th birthday,
Okay. Yeah.
and then in the season finale he turns 52.
Really? That's weird.
So it's 2 years. The whole story is told in.
Okay. Hmm. That's a little strange. I never really heard of that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that at first. While I was watching it, halfway like through like season 3, season 4, I started to realize that time was passing a lot slower than I thought it was.
Yeah. Well, Arrow, each season's a year, and it's going to take out, because he was on the island for 5 years, and so there's going to be 5 seasons if they pick it up, which I think they will, because it gets pretty good ratings.
Yeah, yeah.
It's doing really good, actually. And so it's going to basically be 5 seasons, and the second season premiere takes place a year after a year after the pilot,
Okay.
because they take 5 months off, or 4 months from May to I think October. So I don't know how many months that is, but the story takes place 4 months after the season finale. So it does take place in the span of a year each
Okay.
season.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what you pretty much expect.
Yeah, and like I said, wait till you get to the season finale. It's kind of the opposite of Breaking Bad. He really doesn't get his way.
How many episodes are there?
23,
23. Okay.
which is a normal season. So yeah, keep letting me know what you think of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like I said, get through it. That's what I did, and
Yeah.
now it's my favorite show.
Cool.
I had some doubt, but it got really good. And The Flash is actually going to be on it in a couple weeks.
Oh, really?
And there's rumors that he's going to be part of the Justice League movie,
Okay.
because you know how they're making the Batman Superman,
Yeah.
and there's going to be a Flash TV series. And obviously, there's already an Arrow. We have Man of Steel, and we have the new Batman versus Superman, and then hopefully we're gonna get some Batman movies out of that. There's a Wonder Woman movie in the works, and then we're gonna get Justice League. So this is all pretty much a lead up to Justice League
All right.
in 2017. So, and that's when around Arrow is probably gonna be ending, which is good because I don't want him to be in Justice League in like the 3rd season. That would kind of ruin the character.
Yeah.
Because then he's pretty much accomplished everything he wants to.
Yeah.
Once he's part of the Justice League. Yeah. So, yep, there we go.
So what were you telling me a while back? What about the whole Superman Batman? One of them almost killed the other one at one time.
Well, the Dark Knight Returns story arc has Batman. He's like, I want to say he's in his like 60s probably, and he's retired.
Okay.
And basically, he comes back as Batman because the crime wave's starting up again,
Uh-huh.
and he can't handle it anymore. And then he recruits a girl Robin,
Okay.
Carrie Kelly, I think her name is. And Superman gets involved. I don't want to ruin it for you because I actually have the movie.
Okay.
It's an animated movie. You can borrow it if you want.
Okay.
And he beats him. He doesn't kill him, but he beats him. And the famous quote, "Always remember my hands around your throat. I will always be the man that beat you."
Okay.
It's something like that. I don't know the quote like verbatim, but yeah, he beats him. Superman versus Batman. Batman will always win.
That's crazy though. I just don't like. I think we had this argument a while back. Like how he's Superman.
Well,
I thought as long as you don't have kryptonite.
Superman's been dead once. He died once. Doomsday killed him.
Okay.
So, and Batman, he will always outsmart everyone he fights. In my opinion. If you put Batman up against anyone, he can beat them somehow. Because he will find a weakness. Because he doesn't just fight; he analyzes it.
Yeah, but my thing is, Batman's the only one that doesn't have like a superpower. Like he's not a super.
Green Arrow
person.
doesn't have superpowers. A lot of them don't have superpowers.
Well, I'm saying that, but the ones that have superpowers should be able to beat the ones that don't have superpowers.
No.
Because Superman can't die, other than
he did
kryptonite.
die.
And so how would a mortal man like Batman kill someone like Superman?
What if he shot him with a kryptonite bullet in the head?
Okay, that would kill him. Well, how does? Well, I don't.
He doesn't kill him though. He beats him. He beats him to a bloody pulp.
Yeah, but he didn't technically beat him because he wouldn't be able to beat Superman to death.
Well,
he could punch him all he wants. He won't die unless he has a handful of kryptonite and smashes it into his head.
Well, you can watch the movie and then we'll talk about it.
Did Batman have kryptonite in this movie?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it again.
I don't think it's valid. I don't think he beats Superman.
Yeah, well,
because
I think he'll always be.
Technically, he could sit there and hit him all he wants. Superman won't. It won't affect him. It's Superman.
Yeah, well, I disagree. I always think Batman will beat anyone he fights,
Right.
Unless it's like Galactus or something. But that's not the same universe, so that'll never happen.
What about Liu Kang versus Batman?
Batman.
Really? Liu Kang has fireballs.
He can make like
bicycle kick. He would bicycle kick the shit out of him.
Well, he has pads. He has armor. He could make a bicycle kick free, he could probably make a Liu Kang proof suit. He could put these like
flame retardant.
Yeah, there you go.
To get rid of the fireballs.
Yeah, see.
Man.
Now, that's a good fight. I'd like to see that.
I'd like to see that.
Well, they did make a DC versus Mortal Kombat game.
Oh, is it out there?
Yeah.
Well, we need to work on this. Then.
Yeah, we need to get on that.
I want to see Liu Kang fight Batman.
Yeah. I want to see Joker fight Liu Kang. I think that.
Is it possible in that game then? So you can play as Batman and another person plays Liu Kang?
Yeah.
We need to make
it's DC Universe versus Mortal Kombat.
Okay, I didn't know they had that.
Yeah. I've never played it, but I know it's out there. I've seen gameplay.
Okay.
But yeah, Batman will always win. I don't know where you're coming from.
Yeah, well, I disagree with that. He's a mortal
man. Yesterday we were talking about Netflix, and I said I watched Human Centipede for the first time, and you asked what it was.
Never even heard of it.
You need to watch it.
Now apparently I do.
It's one of those things I can't really explain, but it's definitely one of the sickest movies I've ever seen.
Well, you had said it's similar to like the South Park, like that South Park episode.
Human Centipede.
Yeah, that was mocking this movie, or it was like in tribute to this movie.
It was like making fun of it, like they do. They parody it.
Okay.
And you remember, like, if they don't in South Park, they're like, if you don't read the Apple Agreement.
Yeah.
They're like, you agreed that we could do this to you, that we could tie your mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically.
So yeah, give me a quick overview of what this movie is. Apparently, it's a human centipede, but what?
Well, basically, this German surgeon, he was known for doing surgery on Siamese twins.
Okay.
So he's a very, very skilled surgeon.
Okay.
Because that's pretty much as big as you get out there, except for like heart and brain.
Yeah. And
he had 3 dogs that he made into a dog version of the human centipede.
Okay. Why does he do this? Like, who says I have 3 dogs? I should probably make it into 1 dog. Like,
it doesn't really explain his motive. Okay. I mean, there's a sequel that does go into it deeper. I've never.
Oh, there's a sequel to it.
Yeah.
Okay. And, when did this movie come out?
This is 2007.
Okay.
The second one, I don't know what year, and they're making a third one.
All right. So we got this surgeon who has 3 dogs they made into 1 dog.
He did, but then they died.
Dogapede.
Yeah, they were like Rottweilers.
Okay.
And he did it as an experiment to see if he could do it to humans. So he gets these 2 American girls. This takes place in, I think it's somewhere in Russia, or not Russia. It's somewhere in Europe.
Okay.
And there's 2 tourist American girls. He captures them, and then there's this annoying Asian guy.
Oh no.
He's so annoying. He captures him too.
Okay.
Well, the most annoying thing about him, he was just screaming in Chinese the whole time.
Yeah. Was there
And
subtitles like that
yeah,
show you what he was saying?
yeah, but he was just annoying.
Okay.
Like he's one of those people you just hope they die.
Alright.
Do
Or
you,
get made into a human centipede.
do you want me to give you spoilers?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, because the ending's pretty funny.
Well, you said this movie is like I'm not gonna watch it like expecting something crazy, you know, like
Yeah.
like a huge storyline or anything. So
All right, so he has them. There's an A, a B, and a C. The A, he's the first one. The B is the middle. C is the end.
okay.
The B. All right, so he I don't know how to explain it. He takes a part of your ass off. I mean, I'm trying to explain it as,
Yeah.
and he ties the person's mouth to it.
Oh my god.
And then so B,
So well, who's A? Who's in the
the
beginning?
Asian guy.
The Asian guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why he chose the girl for B, is because she tried to escape, and the B's the worst one.
Well, yeah.
So he's like, looks like I found my B.
Oh no.
It's funny, because she tried to escape. He's like, one of my Rottweilers tried to escape as well, so I turned him into the B.
Wow.
So, and then he ties the girl's mouth to the Asian guy's butt.
Okay.
So then and C is on hers. So it's just like one giant line.
Yeah.
I'll bring up a picture.
See, when I watched the South Park episode, I thought it was just South Park being crazy. I didn't know this was based off an actual movie.
Nope. And so basically, he wants to make it one digestive system.
Okay. Well, again, why? I just want to know why.
So like when one person,
Why does he want to do this?
the third one's coming out in 2014. So it's right here.
And they're making 3 of them?
It's gonna be a trilogy.
Did it? It never went to theaters or anything, did it? Was it
No.
straight? There's like straight.
This
to
is what
DVD?
it looked like.
Wow. Wow.
I know. So it's like one digestive system.
Yeah.
And do you remember in South Park, the Asian guy was in the front in South Park?
Yeah. And then Cartman was in the
No, Kyle.
Kyle.
He's like, the Chinese guy's like, what would you rather me eat? The vanilla paste
Yeah.
or the cuttlefish?
Yeah.
He's like, vanilla paste.
He's like, okay, I'll the cuttlefish.
He's like, I believe in you.
That was a great South Park episode.
and then they tied the iPad to the C, and the iPad, a little cloud of smoke came out. And so yeah, which was pretty funny. I
Yeah.
like that one. And
Yeah.
I like, the best part was Cartman going to Best Buy looking for the iPad.
Oh yeah, that was great.
And he's like,
What was he end up with, like a Toshiba or something?
he didn't end up with anything because he.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And then he was on Dr. Phil. You remember that?
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was a really good episode. That was probably the best episode of the 15th season.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
And then the second one here, in the first one it was 3 people, and this one it was more people.
How many is he up to this time? Holy shit! How many people is that?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7. I see 8 people.
And that's only like, who knows how many. And here's the poster. Here's the poster for it.
Wow.
So, and the third one, I'd hate to see how many they get in the third one.
Will there be closure? Will they explain why this guy does this?
Well, the German surgeon dies in the first one. This guy is basically a copycat who wanted to make it better.
Okay.
And I don't know if this guy survives or not.
I'm gonna have to watch this movie now.
And yeah, it's a pretty nice movie. Wow. And the ending is pretty funny because the Asian guy, we'll call him A, slits his throat because he's sick of it. He doesn't want to.
Okay. Well, he's the easiest one though. Why is he the first one to go? He's got it easy.
He slits his throat. 'Cause the whole thing was because he didn't want him to control him.
Okay.
And then C, her wounds got infected and she dies. The movie ends with B. There's a dead A, a dead C, and then an alive B.
Yeah, she's just chilling, still alive in the middle.
Yeah, it just pans out and that's it.
Yeah.
So you can just assume she dies.
Well, yeah, 'cause she's not gonna.
Yeah. I would have just torn my mouth off. I don't care. I mean, I just, as much as it hurts, I don't care. I'm not eating that. Are you kidding me? There's no way I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, like.
I can't believe there's an actual movie about that. Wow.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Go check it out. I don't know if the second one's on there. If it is, I'm watching it. Evidently, the second one's a lot worse. So I actually want to watch it.
So the first one like did that well that they were like, well, we need to make a second one now.
Oh, it's a lot of people seen it. I mean,
I didn't even know about it.
It's one of those movies you hear about so much you just have to see it.
Yeah.
Because it's like Teeth. Did you ever see Teeth?
No.
Dude, you need to get up on these.
What is Teeth?
It's like it's like Human Centipede. It's one of those movies you just don't know why they made it. It's not like Human Centipede. It's just one of those movies like it.
It's just bizarre.
Yeah, they just don't know why they made it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen Teeth a couple years ago. That one's it's a cult hit.
What's that one about? Why is it called Teeth?
Just go watch it. I don't want to ruin it for you because once you find out why it's called Teeth, you'll just be like, ugh.
Oh my.
And there's no sequel for Teeth, thankfully.
Yeah.
The Teethier.
That one didn't do well enough.
It did pretty good. There's just no need for a sequel.
I don't think there's a need for a sequel for the Human Centipede.
Well, it's a trilogy.
Yeah, apparently we got a trilogy out of it, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, 2014. Evidently is doing well. I don't know. But yeah, it's one of those things you just gotta see to believe.
Right.
I didn't believe Teeth was that bad until I thought.
Well, on Netflix.
I watched it on demand, surprisingly.
So, okay.
I don't know. I haven't gone through Netflix much because I just got it. So far, I watched Bill Engvall comedy special, Breaking Bad, and Human Centipede.
All right.
Well, the Human Centipede 3 is called the final sequence.
Yeah.
And it says right here, here's the headline: where will Human Centipede 3 get its 500-person centipede?
500-person centipede.
Oh my god.
Now see, that's just too much. Like, really?
That's overdoing it. Yeah, so I don't really know how they're gonna do that. Wait, where are they gonna get 500 people?
I don't know. That's
because he had to kidnap.
Where would you even put 500 people?
Yeah, right. Like a giant warehouse or something. A stadium. We could put it in a stadium. That's the only thing I can.
I don't think 500-person centipede, because it'd be 500 people in a line, and the average person's what? Say like 5 feet 5 inches.
Yeah.
Times 500.
Yeah.
Where would you put that?
I don't know. Dude, I have no idea. You're looking at me with that answer.
Apparently you're gonna find out, and
yeah, well, we have to find out.
To watch it just to figure out where they come off.
Well, yeah, it's funny they have an IMDb page for this. Like,
what's the rating?
I don't know. I don't know what the rate. It's in post production.
Oh, for the third one, okay.
Yeah.
Go to the first one, see what the IMDb rating is. I'm curious.
Like rating or like critical rating?
The user rating. I always look at the user rating. I don't know why.
Okay. I think it was 2.5 out of 5 stars on Netflix.
Because IMDb is what's 10 stars.
IMDb is 4.5 out of 10.
4.5 out of 10. All right.
It's a cult hit though.
Now I really want to watch it.
I'll look up the second one. I want to see how much that is. Second one is 3.9.
3.9, so it went down.
Well, sequels.
When that was the fans too watching it the first one.
Well, this is movie critics.
Yeah, but I'm saying for the second one, who watches the second one if you haven't seen the first one? So
yeah.
It definitely went down and went from 4.5 to 3.9.
Yeah. This one came out in 2011. So 2007, 2011, 2014.
Right.
So it took 4 years for a sequel to get made, and then 3 years for this one.
Okay.
So yeah, final sequel. So it's gonna be a trilogy. One of the better trilogies out there.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Oh my. So yeah, just go watch it. We'll see what happens.
I'm excited.
Yep. So what else is out there? Let's look at the movie news. Not really much movie news out there. Um, I did want to talk about an X-Files arc I watched, 2 episodes.
Yeah.
The first one was called Colony. The second was Endgame. It was the one with, they introduced the bounty hunter. You remember him?
Yep. What season 2 you're on?
Season 2.
Okay.
And it introduces him, and Mulder's sister comes back.
Yep.
You remember that episode?
Yes. Yep.
And they're all clones, obviously. His sister's a clone.
Yes.
And the bounty hunter's after the clones, and you find out that they're colonizing. This is where the whole storyline begins.
That's the whole that's when the whole main storyline starts.
And this was a freaking good 2 episodes.
Oh, definitely.
It's like the best. And does it get better from there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just getting started.
Yeah, because for those of you who don't know, I am watching it all the way through. So yeah, I'm only on season 2. I'm halfway through it. And something I picked up on, I just want to see if you knew this. When Mulder was talking to his dad outside, his dad lit a cigarette. And I took that as a hint, so I Googled it, and the smoking man is Mulder's biological father. Did you know that?
I'm thinking, it's been a while since I've watched all the episodes.
Because I took that as a hint. Mulder's dad lights a cigarette. Why else would he light a cigarette? The writers aren't stupid. They're not gonna put that unless it means something.
Well, I can't really talk about it without spoiling it, because a lot more happens down in the other seasons.
But I did Google it. Because I didn't spoil it for myself, because I already figured.
Yeah.
I did Google it, and it does confirm that he is his biological father.
Really?
He is for sure. Yes.
I didn't think that.
Yes. Smoking Man is his father.
So then was Samantha his half-sister?
Technically, yeah.
Where did you find this fact at? I didn't think the cigarette smoking man was his biological father.
I Googled it. Everyone knows it. I mean, it's confirmed. And there's so many references throughout the series. First 2 seasons had a couple. Especially the second season. And I just thought that was a cool hint that his father lit a cigarette. I mean, that's a pretty big hint right there.
Yeah, but I don't think that's true. Like I said, I can go into it further, but it's gonna ruin the future seasons for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's right here. I'm just find it. But yeah, I've heard many. It's been confirmed. It's been hinted at many times throughout the series. I can't find it. There was a forum I was reading, and then I read an actual site on it. It was like an X-Files. You know how they have like wiki pages dedicated to certain things?
Yeah.
It's not like a regular one, but it's like an X-Files.
Yeah, an X-Files Wikipedia.
Yeah. And yeah, right here. He is, as well as being revealed to be Mulder's biological father. Right here.
Really?
It's in writing, right here. He serves as the arch nemesis of FBI Special Agent Fox Mulder, as well as being revealed to be his biological father. And it's hinted at throughout the entire series.
I don't know. When does it say? What episode was that revealed in? What is this? Where's it basing its facts on that for that?
It says season 6. It's revealed, and it's hinted at before that.
In season 6, it's revealed.
Yes.
Which episode?
I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it because then I'll.
Okay. Yeah,
so,
I don't know. I question that because there is a lot about the cigarette smoking man, and a lot of it gets revealed throughout the seasons. Okay. Like I said, that's something we can't really discuss until you've watched them all.
All right. Well, the hint that I just watched in season 2, I think that's pretty big. Okay. That his father lights a cigarette.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't do that.
Well, I want to go back now and watch this episode.
Well, you can borrow it. I have.
Well, it's on Netflix. I'll watch it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's called Colony. is the one he actually does in Endgame, which goes with it. So
Okay.
rewatch it.
Well, I want to watch this Wikipedia episode.
Wikipedia.
Where you said what you say? You said it was revealed in the 6th season. You
Yes.
said on Wikipedia.
Yes. So so yeah, I believe he is, no doubt. That little hint just kind of gives it away. And did you know the actor that played him, William B. Davis, is a strong skeptic in all this? I found that out.
What's that?
William B. Davis, the one who played the Smoking Man,
Yeah.
is one of like the biggest skeptics of all this in the world. Like he has like an organization like where it's like dedicated to debunking all these like UFOs and ghosts.
Really?
So I think it's kind of ironic that he would be playing the Smoking Man.
Yeah, he's like the most shadiest guy in the show, like the most.
Yeah, but the guy who plays him, William B.
Behind the
Davis,
scenes.
he's like so skeptic about all this. And it's weird that he
That's
would be in
surprising.
X-Files.
Well, yeah, that's surprising.
So yeah, I don't know. And season 10, remember we were talking about? He's in season 10,
Okay.
the comic book series.
Yeah, yeah.
It says right here, a silhouetted figure standing alone in Arlington National Cemetery, just having dumped an empty pack of Morley cigarettes behind him. So I guess he's in the
Okay.
season 10 series comics.
Which is surprising because you haven't seen the season finale,
No,
the series finale.
no.
Okay, well, yeah, like I said, we can't really discuss it then.
Yeah, I don't want to know any of that.
So yeah, I was just saying, it's surprising that he's in season 10.
Something I wanted to touch upon real quick. It's something you won't really know about, but my main channel is all wrestling and DVDs. So I thought I'd just mention this, that TNA is currently up for sale. Have you ever heard of TNA?
I don't know what TNA is.
Alright, there's three main wrestling organizations out there. There's WWE,
WWF.
WWE now,
What happened to WWF? What was it, the World?
World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, what happened to WWF?
You never knew about that?
No. It
It's
was WWF and what? ECW, wasn't it?
WCW, ECW, WWF. WWF got sued by the current WWF, which is the World Wildlife Foundation. They got sued, so they had to change it to World Wrestling Entertainment.
Really? They were WWF for years and years and years.
That was in 2002. You don't remember this?
No.
Or yeah, I think it was 2002. Yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, TNA is currently up for grabs. So just thought that's some pretty big news right now. I thought I'd just.
Who do you think's gonna buy it?
Well, there's a rumor out there of who is. Let me find it right here. I'm on WrestleZone, which is my main news.
Okay.
It's not on here anymore, but basically they said it's gonna be someone. They didn't reveal who it was, but they hinted at it because they don't want to. They don't know for sure yet.
Okay.
They're hinting it's a celebrity out of non-wrestling celebrity.
Oh, really?
Because they're like, it may surprise you. Fans don't know him, but it may surprise you who it is.
Okay.
I personally thought it was gonna be Eric Bischoff. That'd be cool if it was him.
I wonder who that is.
But yeah,
Yeah.
people listening will know.
Alright.
Because yeah, my channel is mainly wrestling and all that. And your channel is just pretty much random things.
I just pissed. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And so yeah, check out our main channels at our name CyberKiller6 and DN27777S. So yeah, it's currently up for sale. More updates. I'll probably give more updates then. So yeah, I don't know who it's gonna be. And Hulk Hogan actually re-signed with WWE as well.
Yeah.
Which
Now him, I do know because I watched his reality show on VH1.
well, I can't stand Hulk Hogan.
Well, I like him, but I hate his wife.
I hate Hulk Hogan with a
Why?
passion.
Why don't you like him?
I hate Hulk Hogan.
It's the Hulk, man.
Yeah, I hate him. I'm an Ultimate Warrior fan.
Alright.
Yeah, there's reasons I hate Hulk Hogan. I won't get into that. I've gone on rants on my channel. You can.
Alright.
I've gone on too many Hulk. I don't want to get in another one.
I just felt bad for him because his wife didn't do it.
I don't feel bad for him at all. I hate Hulk Hogan. He's a terrible person.
Wow.
He's a terrible person.
Alright.
Just look it up. You'll find out why.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm an Ultimate Warrior fan.
Who's the Ultimate Warrior?
You don't remember him? I'll show you a picture. He was the crazy one. He would I don't know how to explain it to you, but he would run around. He had the face paint. He had the long hair. He had those little strings on his elbows.
To me, that sounds like Tonka.
Tonka now.
When that's named Tonka, the Indian guy, and he would fight Dink and Donk, Donk and Dink,
Dink the Clown.
Dink the Clown.
That's Ultimate Warrior.
Okay, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Well, he beat Hulk Hogan in WrestleMania 6.
Okay.
So, and he's actually coming back at the Royal Rumble. There's a rumor of him coming back at the Royal Rumble. There's also a rumor of Hulk Hogan coming out back at the Royal Rumble. So there's a possibility we might see Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania.
Okay. All right.
It's a very small possibility, but it's definitely a possibility.
Okay.
And I'd love to see that. I'd love to see Ultimate Warrior come back. And he was actually not allowed in WWE for a little while.
Alright.
He was fired many times.
Okay.
But yeah, real quick, earlier I briefly mentioned, I watched on Netflix the Bill Engvall special. 15 Degrees Off Cool was his special. That's my favorite comedy special.
I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
It's on Netflix. Go watch it.
Okay.
I think it's hilarious. And
what are some of the skits from it?
He talks about his wife. He talks about marriage. He talks about farting. And he talks about he went on this jet. It's pretty funny.
Okay.
You need to watch that clip at least. At least watch the jet clip. It's like 10 minutes long. They asked him to come on a jet. And he flew in a jet. And they were talking about, I'll tell you the one part. He's like the pilot was like, you want to compare speeds with a normal car. He's like, we're going 500 miles an hour. We're going to compare speeds with a car. He's like, how are we going to do that? And they were in a desert.
Uh-huh.
In I think it was like Arizona or something like that. Or like Death Valley. You know where Death Valley is. It's just like all desert, one road.
Yeah.
So they go low and there's this Jeep and he's like, we're going to compare speeds with the Jeep. So they go right beside the Jeep and just speed past it.
Yeah.
He's like, I feel bad for the Jeep. He didn't see anything because they're going 500 miles an hour.
Yeah.
He's like, I look back and the Jeep's just in dust, spinning. But yeah, it's a really good skit. You gotta watch the whole thing. I mean, it's really funny. Well, he's like, is that legal? The pilot's like, I don't know, but it's fun.
Nice.
So who's your favorite comedian out there?
Little known comedian. His name's Mitch Hedberg.
Okay.
And I don't know, his skits were just hilarious. And it wasn't even I don't know, it's hard to put how his comedy was. It was just really dry and kind of dumb, but it was just funny.
Okay.
One of his famous jokes is he goes, my friend asked me for a banana. My friend asked me if I want a frozen banana. But I didn't want a banana, so I said no. But then I wanted a banana for later, so I said yeah. And it's dry, but it's funny because the frozen, by the time the banana thaws out, he'll want it. So he did jokes like that. But he was funny. He was always stoned when he was doing his skits. And
well, you told me one a while back, a couple years ago. I forget what. You're probably not gonna understand, but his dad was grilling something.
Yeah, with the Fritos.
Okay, yeah.
He was talking about why Fritos, how they make those grilled Fritos, and they put little grill marks on the Fritos. Okay. And he's like, that's ridiculous. He's like, yeah, I remember when I was little, my dad would ask me how I want my Fritos. I said, throw them on the grill, Dad.
Yeah, and you said he died, right? What did he die from?
Drug overdose.
Yeah, so yeah, there you go.
But he was hilarious.
Yeah, I've always been a Bill Engvall fan. Dane Cook, he's always funny.
Dane Cook's good.
He doesn't really do much anymore. He did a Disney movie. Now
I always liked Chris Rock, his stand-up. I thought his movies and all that I never liked, but I thought some of his stand-up was pretty good.
Okay.
I watched. I think it was Bigger and Blacker or something.
I've seen a couple.
Sketches called.
I can't stand Cat Williams. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, watch a minute and you'll be done.
Really?
You'll want to be done.
Yeah. And David Tell's pretty good.
Yeah, I like the party bus, the fun bus.
Yes, yeah, David Tell's pretty good comedian.
he's like, what do you say? He's like, after you leave a bar or a party, your friend calls you. He's like, dude, 10 minutes after you left, there were strippers, and balloons, and midgets.
Yeah.
The Dixie
Yeah.
Chicks came.
And that is true, because yeah, he was basing it off of the fact that whenever you stay the entire night at the bar, nothing happens. But the night you go home, yeah,
10 minutes later.
10 minutes after you leave.
And I like the midgets and balloons, and
Yeah.
the strippers.
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to Bill Cosby?
No.
I always thought he was pretty funny. Some of his old stuff.
Yeah, I never really watched too much of his stand-up.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny too, because now it's all dirty comedy. Like I like dirty, offensive comedy.
Yeah.
That's my personal like Tosh and.
Uh-huh.
But Bill Cosby had like the cleanest comedy, but it was still funny.
Yeah.
And that's rare. Because if you listen to Daniel Tosh, he'll be like talking about like dead babies and.
He goes overboard sometimes.
I think he's funny.
Jokes about.
I like that kind of stuff. I have a sick sense of humor.
Robin Williams was one of he used to do that in the early days. He was always a very dirty, like vulgar comedian. Did you ever see his stand up, Robin Williams?
I saw one. He was like
when he was younger.
I saw a new one of his.
Okay.
He was talking about firemen. He's like, what if there was a fire, a forest fire, but the forest was made of weed? He's like, then we'd have 5 firemen running around talking about like how they call their moms and.
Yeah, for his age, yeah, his skits back then used to be pretty vulgar.
Well, he did like kids movies.
Well,
like,
yeah, you think I'm doing all the kids movies and stuff, but then you see his stand-up.
He did like RV, Jumanji.
Yeah.
He did Dead Poet Society, which wasn't a kids movie. Do you remember that movie?
That was a very good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie. We watched it in English class.
Yeah.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
And the ending surprised me.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna do that. Well, spoiler alert: he kills himself. if you haven't seen that movie by now, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That's one of those movies you don't really have to say spoiler alert because it came out like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, good movie. He hasn't really done much lately, has he? Robin Williams.
He has that new TV show.
What is it?
He's like a marketing director for like some big company. Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it. She's like his assistant.
No, I never heard
I've
of
been
it.
seeing previews. I haven't watched it yet. I forget what it's called.
Okay.
It's coming out. It just started this fall.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Any other good TV shows coming out this fall?
Revolution.
Yeah.
That's the show I hate, but I can't stop watching it.
That's a little weird. I find that weird.
The show makes no sense. The entire basis of the show is like completely implausible and just ridiculous.
Okay.
Basically, do you want me to tell you? Have you seen anything about Revolution?
Yeah, I don't care to see it. Go ahead.
Okay. Apparently, the power goes out.
Okay.
So there's no power, and then the show pretty much starts 7 years after the power went out. And 7 years after the power goes out, everyone is fighting each other with swords and riding horses.
Okay.
Which completely makes no sense, because after the power went out, yeah, there would be chaos and we would go back a couple ages, but not 7 years after that. Like, we wouldn't be fighting with swords. Like, we could still make bullets.
Why would we be riding horses?
Because you can't ride a car because there's electronic ignition.
So what happened? I'm a little confused now.
And
Was it like a blackout? Are you talking like normal power, or are we talking like phones and everything?
We're talking this. There's no power.
Oh, okay.
No power whatsoever. Like, you can't even like make a battery. If you make a battery, it just won't work.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, there's no electricity, nothing.
Well, what's causing all this? Like aliens?
Well, at the end of season 1, then they finally tell us like what's causing it. And apparently, it's nanobots, like little nanites. The government released these nanites, and it was supposed to be a weapon that they could deploy in like a country to take out like all the power, like an EMP bomb would be. But apparently, they lost control, and now these nanites went like spread across the globe, and they're prohibiting electricity from happening.
Well, that's really retarded.
But it makes no sense because that's not possible, and they take it so far to where there's not even like there's no lightning anymore. Because there's no
lightning.
No, because
how's that? Come on.
Well, that's the thing, because there's no electricity whatsoever, so there's not supposed to be any
that makes no
lightning or
sense.
anything. Yeah,
that makes no
and
sense.
that doesn't make any sense.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, and then like I said too, and then they act like everyone goes back to like living as like cave people. Like, you can still make bullets without electricity.
Yeah.
But, like, It's not, you know what I mean. And you could have a steam engine powered car,
Okay.
especially 7 years. So none of it makes sense, and that's why the show's ridiculous. But for some reason I'm addicted to it, and I still watch it every week.
Yeah, that sounds pretty retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That really.
There's a lot of good. The actors are terrible, except for the one guy. The one guy from Breaking Bad. You haven't gotten that far yet, but the one guy from Breaking Bad's in it. And he's a good actor. The rest of the actors are ridiculous. The main character in it, she's an idiot. I just hate looking at her.
Yeah. Is it gonna be one of those shows where they just cancel it, or is it going like? Because you know how they do that.
It's got a lot of people behind it. It's on NBC. It's J.J. Abrams and a bunch of other like.
What isn't J.J. Abrams?
Well, yeah, he's got his hand in everything. But I don't know. It's all these like big
said.
people. So I don't think it's going anywhere.
Yeah. Well.
But like I said, the show can't go anywhere because the main like premise of the show is so flawed and so like ridiculous. It's retarded.
Yeah. Here's my complaint. There's those shows out there where no one likes them. No one likes these shows. Like they have pilot episodes and they get picked up, and no one likes them, but they go longer than the ones that we like.
Oh yeah.
For example, you remember The River?
The River was pretty good, yeah.
That got canceled after what, 8 or 10 episodes?
Yeah, it didn't even make it through its first season. There's no ending to it.
I like that show.
Was there an ending to it? You had the DVD set.
Yeah,
I watched
no
it.
ending.
They never ended it.
Well, there is an ending, but then it ends the current story for the season.
Okay.
But there's a cliffhanger for the overall series.
Okay, for season 2, or
yeah,
to be picked up again. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't know what happens to them, but they did conclude the ending. Like they were going to get off.
Now, did they air that, or was that a DVD only thing? Because I watched it on TV, and I don't remember there ever being any sort of ending. It just kind of stopped one day, and it wasn't on the next week.
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I'd have to look that one up. I think it completed its run.
Okay. It wasn't many episodes though.
Yeah, I think it was 8 or 10. I have it's like a 2-disc set, so it can't be that much.
Right.
Yeah, I remember I got that because you recommended it to me.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see the series, but I bought it right after it was done airing, so I figured there'd be a second season.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you bought it right after it got canceled.
So
it got canceled.
So technically, I didn't watch it when it was airing, but I was still rooting for it to come back because I watched it in one day. I watched the entire DVD in one day. Wow. And there was even commentary on a couple of the episodes, and they did plan a season 2.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was a good show. I watched it when it was on TV, and then, like I said, like the next week, it just like never came back on. I was like, what? Yeah,
it seems like the shows you like never get canceled, or they always get canceled. The ones you hate never get canceled.
Yeah. The 4400, that show was great. It was on like the USA Network.
Okay.
I think, and then Sci-Fi picked it up. That was a great show, and it actually went like 4 seasons, and then it just stopped. They canceled it. And that show never had an ending, and that made me mad. Yeah,
I hate when they do that. There's no ending. We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to get into it, but when there's no ending.
Well, yeah. Well, especially when there's multiple seasons, and like they're building up this huge story, and then they just cancel it, and that's it. It's like, what, really? Like I invested all that time in it, and like, yeah.
Well, there's shows out there that have been good, but are just terrible now that need to end.
Yeah.
For example, I hate to say it, but South Park. It's not terrible, but they need to end it.
Yeah.
Because all they do now, like I have the complete series, I love that show. But what they do now is they just parody everything. They don't have stories anymore.
Well, and it's funny too because they used to always make fun of the Simpsons about that.
Yeah.
They used to always say, we're not the Simpsons, we're actually original comedy. We don't do parodies. We haven't been on for 20 years. And now South Park is pretty much like the Simpsons.
It's been on for 17 years.
It's been on forever. And now, they just parody whatever happened last week in the news.
Yeah. Like, they had the Zimmerman case. They had the Star Wars. I happen to like the Star Wars one from last season.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse was, he's like, I need a tauntaun and a lightsaber.
Disney. Yeah, that was pretty good.
And Carmen was at Red Lobster. He's like, I need 2 things. A tauntaun and a lightsaber. They're like, we can make this happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was eating the crab legs.
But I agree. They don't.
And
do
Family Guy. Family Guy as well.
Yeah, you done with Family Guy?
I'm not done with it, but it needs to end.
Okay. I've never been a fan of Family Guy. I don't know. I've
You
never
really
really
have
gotten
to.
into it.
It's one of those shows you really have to be into that type of comedy. It's offensive, and it has like skits. It has
Yeah.
like these little cutaways. I like cutaways. And Simpsons, I cannot get into it because of there's no continuity. Like they're all the same age.
Yeah.
There's no ongoing storylines. And here's a little fact: there's only been one 2-part episode.
For The Simpsons?
Yeah, one, and that was
Really?
Who Shot Mr. Burns.
Really?
They've never had a story arc.
Wow. It is funny because they even like the funny thing about Simpsons is, and they've even brought this up in some of their episodes. Within how long is the show? Like 30 minutes? It's a 30-minute show.
22 minutes.
Well, a 30-minute spot on TV.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, technically it's
Okay, so 22 minutes. We'll be
Yeah.
exact. How they jump around so much, like they'll go from like Bart and Homer like fighting over like cutting the yard, and then all of a sudden like aliens are like invading and
Yeah.
stuff. They've always like said about how like they jump around so much, even in like a 22-minute episode.
Yeah.
It's not like the whole
I always
episode's
thought
usually
that
not
too.
like one story. It's usually like a bunch of mini stories they like piece together.
Yeah, I remember the one. They were at a carnival, and it turned out Homer was a superhero.
Yeah.
I was like, how does that even?
yeah, stuff like that.
Like, how does that even connect? Like, they do connect it properly, but it is kind of weird how they jump around.
One of my favorite Simpsons episode, I don't know if you've seen it or not, is it starts off in a carnival, and they're making a horse jump into a pool, and Bart's sister Lisa doesn't want to let him do it, and Bart doesn't want to either, so they save the horse,
Okay.
and it ends up being they turn him into a racehorse as the jockeys. Did you ever
Okay.
see that one? That
No.
episode? Oh, it is a great episode. The jockey episode of The Simpsons, because all the jockeys live underground.
Yeah.
See, there's another thing. Yeah, it goes off from going to saving a horse in a carnival to having a racehorse to discovering the secret jockey society that lives underground.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Holy
the
crap.
episode. But it's an amazing episode. It's really funny.
What season?
No clue.
Okay. Well, it was pretty funny. It was pretty interesting, actually. I watched the countdown of the top 10 Simpsons episodes.
Oh.
There was not one from past like season 6.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I haven't watched Simpsons in years.
I haven't watched it since the movie, and I was disappointed by the movie. It was a good movie. It wasn't a full Simpsons experience because at that time it was 18 years in the making.
Yeah. When there's a lot of characters missing from the movie, a lot of characters that make The Simpsons The Simpsons,
Yeah. Well, next week I want to go into a little bit more because I do have some more like bones to pick with it. But real quick, we have a bet going. I want this on the internet.
All right, here we
I
go.
want this in stone.
All right, in stone.
We made a bet last week.
Yep.
Because obviously we all know that 2 characters from Simpsons are going to die. We already know one.
Yes.
It was the actress that died. I can't think of her name, but she played Bart's teacher.
Yeah, I forget her name too. Yeah, she passed away.
So they're obviously going to kill her.
Yeah.
And they also announced a couple months ago.
Before she passed away, before we knew about all that, they said one character was going to die this season.
And we made a bet saying who it was going to be. Now mine was comic book guy or Apu. And yours was Krusty or Grandpa.
Krusty or Grandpa Simpson.
Now Krusty, I'm a little scared because I could see him dying.
Yeah.
But he would be my third choice. But we shook on. We got $10. And we had another one I mentioned. What was the other one? That we had to go into McDonald's and ask for a McChicken.
Yeah,
made like
that's not happening.
Alright, fine.
That
whatever.
part of the bet's not happening. Because with that, you don't ask for it. You just make it yourself. The McGangbang.
Yeah.
It is a McDouble with I just learned this. It's a McDouble with a McChicken inside. You basically take the McDouble, split it.
Is it? I thought it was a fish.
No, a McGangbang. You take a McDouble, split it in half, and you stick a McChicken with the roll and everything right in the middle, and you put it back together.
Okay.
And that's a McGangbang.
The McMiley Cyrus.
So that they don't make that for you, so I wouldn't even ask for it.
Well, no, I was gonna say
you get a McDouble and a McChicken, then go home and get your McGangbang going on with it.
Well, I was gonna say we should ask for a McChicken made like a Mighty One, just as a prank.
That would be fun. They would just be like, what?
The McGangbang, the McMiley Cyrus. I want to look that one up because you did ask me what that one was.
Yes. Well, I was looking these up the other day after we were talking about them. I've been hooked on the Mac Double. which is a McDouble ordered like a Big Mac for $1, and it's amazing.
It's somewhere on YouTube. It's not on. I Googled it. It's not coming up. It's on YouTube. Reckless Eating on their channel.
Okay.
That's like one of my favorite YouTubers right there.
Well, I told you about the other one I told you about, the McLand Air and Sea.
Yeah. What was that one? Let me check.
It's a McLand Air and Sea. It's a quarter pounder with a fillet of fish and a McChicken in it.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
chicken, fish, and cow.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. So that pretty much wraps it up.
Oh yeah, I think we're pretty much out of time, aren't we?
Yeah. So this bet, it's ongoing. I don't know when they're gonna kill him off. Do you know?
I have no clue. Yeah, from what I heard, they just said they're killing one person this season, so I don't know when it's gonna happen.
So yeah,
And
just
I don't really watch it, so we'll just have to like Google it.
yeah. I'll look
the
for the
news.
news because
Yeah.
I watched the Treehouse of Horror, the latest one. It was unbearable. I couldn't
Was it
watch
that bad? Yeah.
The only good thing was the intro
Yeah.
because they had like a Halloween themed intro. And that was the only thing I liked. The whole episode sucked.
When I told you, I originally was gonna put the bet on Sideshow Bob, but I don't even know if he's still alive, so I didn't include him. Because
Well,
I think he might. I think he did die like a long time ago, didn't he? Like a couple seasons
yeah,
ago.
I don't know.
I don't
Like I
know
said,
either.
I don't know
Yeah.
because all I know he was after Bart. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Because I saw like the first 10 seasons and then I quit watching it.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't take it anymore. There's no continuity. Because they should be like in their 30s by now.
Yeah, but that's with every cartoon. What cartoon has continuity? No cartoon.
Well, the
Mickey
thing-
Mouse should be like 102 by now.
Well, South Park has some continuity.
No, they don't. They never go up in grade.
They have some continuity though, storyline wise. They do, not age wise. Because I was mentioning before, they had the 2008 election when they were in 4th grade, and then they just had the 2012 election in 4th grade.
Okay.
But they do have story continuity. They have.
Well, that kind of story continuity Simpsons has, because sometimes they'll like ponder back on like crazy stuff Homer did. Because like remember when he became Mr. Plow?
Okay.
And I forget in one of the episodes, I think they were kidding around, and he was like, "I should buy a plow for the truck and plow the snow." And then Bart's like, Mr. Plow, like he already did it.
Yeah.
Like he like thought back to it. So
Okay.
they do that.
Okay.
But yeah, none of them, no cartoons ever age their cartoons. I think that's like a law. Cartoons don't age.
Yeah, I think they should. I'm a continuity freak.
Yeah.
I'm a very continuity freak because I'm a movie freak as well. So I believe in continuity. But what are we gonna talk about next week? We don't really know yet.
Hopefully we'll have a new patch for GTA.
Yeah.
Hopefully maybe we'll get our money.
We might have some Star Wars news because there's constantly Star Wars news coming out, and maybe the Simpsons character will die.
Yeah, that maybe could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen.
So one more time before we leave, comic book guy Apu for me, and you.
Krusty and Grandpa Simpson.
All right, it's set in stone. It's official. $10.
$10. Watch it be something crazy, like something we didn't even figure, like the mayor or something.
They could do that.
The mayor's great on there.
Yeah. Real
I don't
quick,
know.
who's your favorite character?
Favorite character? Oh, I don't know. That's not a quick question.
I always like Professor Frank.
Yeah, he's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
he's always my favorite.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave that until next week.
Alright,
I have to think
alright.
about it. We don't have enough time.
Next week we're getting our South Park characters and Simpsons characters.
Sounds good.
Alright, well that does it for CyberDen episode 2. We out.